from my childhood, I've never seen singing bowls in my home. I have seen them only in the streets, in the markets. The foreigners they buy.
We spoke to the Tibetan man today
Yeah.
at a Tibetan shop, and he said that that they don't use them in Tibet either.
Oh, really?
He says they come from Nepal.
So where do the Tibetan bowls, singing bowls, they use?
Well, that's what I mean. That's what's funny. In English, we call them Tibetan singing bowls. Some people call them Himalayan singing bowls because they come from the Himalayas.
Yeah, I think so.
Wikipedia says they come from the ancient Himalayan fire tribes thousands of years ago. But there's not a lot of information on the internet, or obviously you don't know. The Tibetan guy didn't know, and his family is Tibetan. And he said, no, we don't use them in Tibet. They actually come from Nepal. And then he said, actually, it's from the hill people of the Himalayas. They use the bowls to eat.
We should change the name, like eating bowl.
Tibetan eating bowls. Or Himalayan eating bowls.
Or just bowls.
Or just bowls.
They tell the customers that it is good for healing, and if you do meditation, it's you have a very, like, it helps a lot.
So you come from Nepal, born and raised, born and bred, and you have no idea about the singing bowls.
Yeah, that's true.
Other than selling them to tourists.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Okay. So that about spells it out, you know? So we have to come up with a way to convince them to be okay with filming it, because I don't want to be deceptive because of the karma.
They said no. She said no.
She was talking about everything, and then he was like, oh, he's doing a project.
Camera, and she said, oh, I'm not that good enough to be in camera.
Right.
We got to come up with a psychological technique to get them into it.
Might be able to actually film if the camera's on my head.
Passing the torch.
Because honestly, I would feel worse if they said, oh no, you shouldn't do that, because it's like, you know, not respectful to the culture or whatever. But if they're just shy, then it's different.
All right. Immediately ask the camera, huh?
What do you want to know?
Yeah.
There's a lot of singing bowls. Actually, it comes from Tibet, and also it's coming from India as well. Now they make also in Nepal. But this all singing bowl has got 7 different metal mixed. Special moon bowl has got a special power. They use for healing and massage and these things, you know. And we have also a very big singing bowl which also they use for the chakras. It's chakras, 7 chakras, 5 chakras, 3 chakras.
Any other questions?
Great. That was a lot.
That was a lot. Thank you so much.
Take one of my instructions about these things. When you really.
Well, thank you very much.
Okay, what's your name?
I'm Jordan.
Jordan. I'm Jono.
Jono.
Yes.
I contradicted himself. It kind of sounded like they came together later, because when I asked, oh, do they still use them in monasteries, and he was kind of like, no,
And he said
they
no.
don't.
They don't use the monasteries. He said only the lamas who are very much in Buddhist culture.
Yeah.
He told.
See, because I feel like half of their information is made for tourists to buy it. Oh, yoga. Ooh.
Exactly.
And
That's why.
But he knows also the truth, so he has to be careful.
Yeah.
Because maybe he thought we were going to buy something.
Because
Maybe
they're
he
very
didn't.
much clever, of course.
I think maybe we'll find that the truth is very broad and relative to the person with experience. You know what I mean? So maybe we'll meet, you know, the people we met today, they know about singing bowls based on how they can explain it to a Western tourist to sell it. Keywords: yoga, meditation, chakra, right?
Healing.
Healing.
We should find how Why do they use for themselves?
The Tibetans, yeah.
Tibetans.